There are so many stupid criminals in the world that to be smart is a relatively easy thing. It only takes deliberation, where most would choose action.
Payday 2 has a chronology. It may not seem like it after the 15th time doing Hoxton Breakout in one evening, but in actual fact, all these heists play out in a certain order. That order has been presented to us more vividly recently following the Hoxton Revenge heist and previously the Hoxton Breakout, but what we have to understand first and foremost is how Hoxton ended up in prison.
Is it true? You're getting access to CrimeNet?
Fuck you.
Are you familiar with Bane's crew, the Payday Clowns?
I've seen the news. First World Bank. Very impressive.
Well, Hector, they've been giving the Bureau quite a headache. We can make good things happen for you if you help us to get closer to them.
Rat them out, you mean? What could you possibly offer me?
Following the events of Payday the heist, the Payday gang was in itself in an unusual position. They had seriously shown the flaws in the FBI, and the public were somewhat experiencing what could only be called mass Stockholm syndrome. The FBI had to act, some in the public were still out for blood, and as such, they went searching for the gang themselves. They chose to use a mole, a man that they already had complete control over, Hector Morales. He was sent to infiltrate crime.net first, and then to somehow procure the identities of the Payday gang so they could be brought to justice.
I'm getting impatient, Hector. Look, I know you're connected to Bane. If you want this little arrangement of ours to continue, you better give me something on the clowns.
Fuck you, dog.
This dog needs a bone, or this dog will hump your leg, amigo.
I can give you one of them, but that's all. I still need them to take care of a few things.
We want Dallas.
No, he's the leader. It'll have to be another. I'll be in touch.
It better be soon. Your ass is on the line here, amigo.
Oh, yeah.
You want to do time? I'll let every lowlife in Mount Olive have a piece of your ass.
Hector is easily able to infiltrate crime.net through his powerful criminal ties as a drug smuggler. He then instigates the first contact with the Payday gang as the fence for the Mayan gold stolen in the first World Bank heist. We already know for a fact Hoxton was arrested following the undercover mission. This is likely due to Hoxton's more lone wolf attitude to the Payday gang. Dallas, of course, too difficult to obtain as the leader of the gang despite him being the FBI's most wanted. Hoxton was the choice simply because he often went solo. We see examples of him working outside the Payday gang with his contact with Clover and with Bonnie. So it seems like a no-brainer that Hector was first to pick off Hoxton.
We have him in custody.
The English one, yes?
Yes, they call him Hoxton. Tough son of a bitch. Biting and spitting, almost got away.
That's him. Then I trust this matter is settled. You got what you wanted.
Settled? Jesus Christ, Hector. Nothing is settled. This is only the start. Won't be long before the public demands the heads of all these fucking clowns. And, with your help, I intend to deliver.
Following the arrest of Hoxton, Hector immediately attempts to sever all ties with the FBI and the Payday gang. However, the FBI is still completely in control, and his handler puts him further into the fire, instigating Operation Watchdogs.
You ride with the drugs. You ensure my product arrives in the harbor and makes it onto the speedboat. In the meantime, perhaps you can enjoy the refrigerated comfort of my meat truck and cool off a little, because the heat will be on.
The Payday gang, despite the loss of Hoxton, is not deterred from their criminal ways, and as such, they are easily baited into this kind of situation. Watchdogs, of course, is a mission which you are contracted by Hector to smuggle some of his finest Colombian cocaine.
It's a white box van you'll be looking for, a meat truck. They'll be inside with the product.
Won't Bane be suspicious? Might look like a setup.
I'm losing millions in product on this. He won't doubt me. You just worry about how you'll stop the clowns when they realize what's going on.
Don't worry, we'll have them completely surrounded. What are they going to do? Try to shoot their way out?
However, this was never the intent at all. Hector was using this as a ploy to allow the police to easily surround his meat van and take out the Payday gang in cold blood.
You will board the meat truck and accompany our shipment to the harbor. My people will offload the coke, A speedboat will be on standby to expedite the transport of the goods. Make sure that happens. If not, I have been told you are good at improvising.
Hector is the first to admit that the Payday gang is resourceful, and not only do they survive the ambush, but they go on to deliver all of his cocaine. The FBI is far from content with Hector's input, despite it being their botched operation, and they press him further for the lives of the Payday gang. In response to that, though, Hector, ever pragmatic, chooses to send them as a double-edged sword. While he allows the FBI further opportunities to take the Payday gang down, he decides to attack his own rivals, the Mendoza gang.
The cartel requests your assistance again. Now we are going on offense, as you say in football. La Mendozas and the FBI will regret not eliminating me when I was weak, for I am strong now.
Firstly, we see Firestarter, a mission designed to embarrass Hector's primary competitors, the Mendozas. The Mendozas are, of course, also on the FBI payroll, and that is seen, I believe, most notably in Day 1, following that immensely quick FBI response. Now, this could be the work of our rat, but that is not what I see. Day 3, however, Hector is certainly covering his own tracks. We see him electrify the vault, and furthermore, his orders seem somewhat confusing. To burn the marked cash, yes, that makes sense, but to record it, that seems incriminating. And furthermore, if they choose to disobey Bane and to take the money, that's just going to make them that much more traceable by the FBI.
Normally, I would contact Hector myself, but considering Griffin has him under surveillance, I have no choice other than to rely on Lucas to keep Hector informed.
This is not enough for Hector, however. He, in my opinion, seems to know that in one way or another he is going down. So he chooses to take his biggest rivals, his biggest regret, the Mendozas, down with him. We see this in Rats, another FBI-filled mission. Their responses are also dubiously quick. The meth cooking is also immensely dangerous, as we have seen. However, the Payday gang again come out on top, and Hector seems pleased by this, defending his actions, and as the FBI says, he has had his fun. The time is now. The Payday gang is closing in on him, and just around the corner we are going to free Hoxton.
You've had your fun. But it's over now, you hear? The Mendozas were on our payroll too, you know. You fucking piece of shit. You work for us, Hector. We owe you. That rivalry shit gets left at the border.
The Mendozas disrespected me. They deserve...
Jesus Christ, you ever listen to yourself? The public wants blood, Hector. They want the Payday gang on death row. And if you don't want to share a cell with those bastards, you better give me something I can work with.
Tell you what, you go get me a drink, and I'll forget that you came over here and ruined my fun.
Hey, don't fucking fight in here. Every time you come here, this place becomes a mess, okay?
Are you finished? Terminaste?
What?
Then sit down.
No.
Sit down.
No.
Sit down. Siéntate.
Struggling, came back home another man. But I don't fake to the government, cause shit they promised they never. So public, trying to trade, wanna get my head up, but the path is narrow. Need a little news, but every time I shoot, it's coming from a broken arrow. Dream a little, cobalt listening, and I know God listening. Say you're never gonna leave, so not just listening. We were meant to be, and we it all falls into place. Nothing's gonna stop me, the base. The case to some of the sweet and maybe the poison. You better beware, cause I like to share it up with my poison. My poison.
Give me the bottle.
No.
I said, give me the fucking bottle. Now give me your hat. Your hat.
When you think about the Hoxton breakout heist, the character that has to spring to mind is the dentist. He is the mastermind behind it all. Not only that, he instigated the heist. Without him, we never would have broken Hoxton out. Now, admittedly, Hoxton was just his bargaining tool. He used Hoxton to hire the Payday gang to do pretty complex missions for him, but what was his motive? Originally, he was one of the top candidates to be the Rat. He was the only one with a visible motive without looking further into Hector's history. However, we see by his appearance on the FBI's evidence board, he is certainly no rat and he is a member of the Payday gang, but what is his motive? Well, I personally feel, especially given his link as a voice actor to the TV series Breaking Bad, it is in one way or another reference to that series' protagonist. However, it could just be he was a very clean criminal. He is intent on first. He consistently hires the Payday gang to do ridiculous missions. The Benevolent Bank, the Diamond, the upcoming Golden Grin Casino. These are all heists that may not pay well, but they are what I would call glory heists, and that seems to be what he is intent on. The dentist uses his unknown social standing to acquire a retrial for Hoxton. It's never the intent to get him cleared of all charges. However, the fact that he is on the move makes him an easy target for the Payday gang to break out. And that is exactly what happens. However, following the breakout, the team immediately turns to the FBI headquarters. They search and they search and they search and they get some information on the Rat. DNA samples, not things that they can necessarily identify him by, but definitely something that they can trace him by. As time passes and more heisters enter the Payday gang, the puzzle begins to piece together. The dentist undoubtedly hires Clover to assist in the Diamond, not only because of her expertise, but also because of some form of information she has for her old pal Hoxton. However, the tipping point is Bonnie. Bonnie, who spent an awful lot of time with Hoxton in the past and has spent the last years in prison, learns a lot about the potential identity and location of FBI safe houses. Following her release from prison, she immediately wants back into a life of crime, and her best way in is through the Payday gang. She knows Hoxton, and her only way in is with information, and so that is what she brings. She finds the location of many FBI strongholds, and they whittle it down to this one. This is the one where the Rat is being held. Bonnie, if anyone, is the real instigator of the Hoxton Revenge heist.
You've heard about the incident at the courthouse. They got Hoxton back.
And you let them waltz right into your fucking headquarters? Do they know about me?
We're not stupid, Hector. Nothing points to you directly. But if we allow them time to dig through all the data, they'll put two and two together. They might figure out why that meat truck of yours was conveniently surrounded.
Shit. Put us. Fucking put us. They'll know.
Hector, we're running out of time. I've prepared a safe house. We'll keep you protected while you work with my agents to build a case against the clowns. From what I've learned about them over the months, I'd say your life depends on it.
Put us.
Despite Payday offering multiple ways to complete most heists in the game, in the chronology, certain heists really should be completed in certain ways. We take, for example, Firestarter Day 2. That should genuinely be stealth to make any sense. However, Hoxton Revenge, to me, is definitely a loud heist. That way, the gang is easily able to play the tape recorders to piece together the information, to listen to Hector's panic, and to finally kill him in proper combat. That is more Hoxton style, and that is the way I see it happening. And that is exactly what does happen. In the safe house in the FBI village, we find all sorts of evidence, information, things that they have come to understand about the Payday gang. Dallas is the leader. Bane is the mastermind. We discover that the identities of many of our contractors have been leaked. The dentist, the butcher, Vlad, all of them stand on this wall together and they have been identified as part of the gang. However, the evidence is not insurmountable. As such, the FBI is yet to act, and we are able to steal back much of this evidence. At the end of the Hoxton Revenge heist, the Payday gang is somewhat cleared of what they've done, and the FBI is again fighting an uphill uphill battle. However, in my opinion, this is far from the end of the story. There has to be more adversity for the Payday gang to face. This is the FBI we're talking about. Hector's death will undoubtedly not go unanswered. Hector was an interesting character. Lots of people, I believe, find some sort of sympathy for the man. He was, let's be honest, a pretty badass character in the web series, and never really was he the villain that we expected. We wanted someone we could hate, and that's not what we had with Hector. However, his handler, certain people at the top of the FBI, people we have seen in the web series, they are who we are looking at.
Anyone tries to stop you, Mendoza, police, whoever, deal with them in an appropriate fashion. It does not have to be socially acceptable. I only ask you to deliver what is mine to its proper destination. And this must happen, no matter what. No matter what.
On a final note of speculation, it is worth noting that Gage's absence has been seen by not only the Payday gang, but by the FBI. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section below. What do you think's happened to Gage? This man is not a very mobile guy. Has he been taken out? Is he dead? Has the Butcher completely replaced him? Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I've really enjoyed the creation of this video. Searching a little more into Hector's personality and motives has been a really enjoyable experience for me, because his character really needs that kind of fleshing out. I personally feel like he's a man defeated after Watchdogs. He knows he's going down, and as such, he tries to take much of the FBI, much of the Mendozas with him. So he's not the villain we were after, and I definitely think we're going to see more from this story. I hope you guys have enjoyed it all, and I hope you guys will come down in the comment section below and have a chat with me about what you guys think. I'd love to hear some theories and some feedback on this video itself. Thanks a lot for watching.
This town is ours. It is where power is, and we control it. We will show them who the threat truly is.